squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a conference rival from the American, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of... And former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Black Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So North Texas offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
North Texas will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Army's offense will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Now from inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Mean Green. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. He does a great job running his route. Great result because
out of bounds at the 13, and that's just what the doctor ordered for this offense. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
He's never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
Big fullback's got it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
Power football with the run. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That's caught. It's Cox. There he goes. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grab near the marker. It's Newsom. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Black Knights decide to punt it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. QB got it himself. At the 35, he's open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the Heat. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. On the option. Now the toss. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Cox. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Punt is on its way. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cox. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they made the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this 1st half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the 1st half ends.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Lockwood. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Gonna take a shot. He's got it up to 30. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun 1st half? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely Dat-Q Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moses.
Now, what good defense to be sound, to be disciplined. Listen, they don't throw to the fullback often, but they were ready for it, kept their eyes on their keys, went and played it, tackled the fullback for a loss.
They'll give it to the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's a heat, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Pass to 45. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Crowd already makes such a big impact in all college football games. This is the way you ignite them. You want to get them excited? QB breaking off a huge run? Yes, please. The crowd will be going bananas.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. A long way to go for this offense. Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Now on the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll return it from around the 50. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. The Black Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Third down coming.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's into the open down the middle. The 20. Past the 10. It's a fumble. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. Touchdown, North Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, things aren't perfect. He has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 24 over Nebraska. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. And off Jones. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going?
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Rides the back on the option, the give. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached a break, and North Texas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Mean Green can be aggressive if they choose here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Love the effort, tried the toe tap, but at the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Fires to the end zone, and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out? Getting an interception, yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. North Texas really has it going on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him? Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On his way from around the 50. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Pulls it in. It's Cox. And they pick up just a few on that completion. North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Working on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right.